Hey folks, Deano here again. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. There we go. Hey folks, Deano here again. This time, taking a look at what is my very first 1/100 scale Gunpla model kit. But not just any 1/100 scale. Yeah, this is Fat Cat's Upscaled Real Grade God Gundam. And yeah, I'll be honest, when Momo Toys Wholesale Store, Household Store, sorry, approached me asking me if I wanted to do a review of this guy, so kudos to them for sending this out for review. Yeah, I was a little bit hesitant because, as everyone knows at this point, I usually collect 1/44 scale, which is closer to your standard 6-inch. But yeah, I agreed. I partly out of curiosity, to be completely honest with you, because this is quite a unique kit. Second one Fat Cat I've done. The first one was an upscale of the Real Grade 2.0 RX-78-2. I obviously haven't reviewed that one, but I heard it was really, really good. And yeah, this one is no different. Like, when I say this kit feels better in hand than an official kit, I am actually not joking. Like, building this kit was an absolute joy. It was a breeze. Everything went together so buttery smoothly. I do have a couple of nitpicks, which is, it's kind of subjective in my opinion, because a lot of people will actually be happy at the news I'm about to say. But yeah, this kit doesn't come with real grade stickers, much like the Gao Gao RG New Gundam that we took a look at last week. Yeah, this one comes with a sheet of water slides, and yes, they are very high quality. They stuck down really well, and they have stayed there because, spoilers, I have used some of them. But yeah, I personally I prefer the simplicity of the real grade stickers. I'm just gonna be honest. You just peel it, stick it down, you're done. Like, yes, there is a slight border to the real grade stickers. Some of them don't go on the best. But yeah, water slide decals they take so long to put on. And they are so fragile unless you top coat your kit, which I don't have time for that either. I'll be completely honest with you. But yeah, like I said, that is entirely subjective. A lot of you might jump for joy when you hear that, especially with how high quality those real good stickers, the real good water slides are. But yeah, enough of my waffling. You can indeed get this kit from Momo Toys Household Store. Link will be in the description if you wish to purchase. Sorry, there was a hair on the lens there. So yeah, let's get this guy off the turntable and take a very quick look at the box. So yeah, when I say this is literally just a cardboard box with a Fat Cat on a couple of bits, I am actually not joking. Like, there is nothing on this at all. We've got the Fat Cat logo there. I'm assuming this is it Chinese or Japanese? I'm not entirely sure. But it's kanji of some kind saying Fat Cat, I would assume. 002, because of course their first one was the RX-78. Fat Cat on the side, again on the other side, and that is your whack. That was a quick box, wasn't it? So yeah, let's take a look at the accessories, of which there are a few. So, as you can see, there is a fair amount in this box. In fact, I can't even fit everything in. We still have the Energy Gate multiplier, is that what it's called? That slots onto his back. But yeah, we have everything you see here, which I honestly wasn't expecting some of it. We actually have, I believe it was like an accessory pack that you had to buy separately for the official kit, which for some bizarre reason costs the same price as the kit for a few bits of translucent orange plastic, but hey-oh. But yeah, from left to right, we have 6 pairs of hands. 5 of them are the same as you get in the standard God Gundam. One of them is part of the accessory pack sort of thing. So we get a pair of fists, a pair of grippy style hands for the beam katanas, a pair of martial arts posy hands, which I have to say, like, before we get into the full like review of the kit itself, any MS joint that was on the original kit is gone. Like, this is now a fully built inner frame, which is insane. Like, they probably just modified the like MS joint inner frame pieces to work separately, but still, that is a very, very big change. Like, that means this guy is stable as anything compared to the original kit, and especially compared to the Gao Gao one. But yeah, the Karate Chop martial arts posy hands, as I said, MS joint is gone. You now just click the extra pieces into place and it will still move just fine. Pair of kind of posy but more relaxed sort of hands. The Burning or God Finger hands, instead of like with the original, in that it was just a sort of metallic gold plastic, it's now the same clear orange plastic as the DLC kit, which is very nice. That gives it a little bit of a uniformity between them all. And then the hands that originally came in the accessory pack, which are very martial arts posy hands, again in the clear orange. We have the 2 beam katanas, obviously. Those slot onto his waist very nicely, and the beams are absolutely perfect, no issues with them whatsoever. Now, in terms of the rest of this, we have the stand, which in my opinion is probably the weakest part of this kit. Not because it goes together badly or anything like that, but purely because of how small the base is. You have to like balance this perfectly, or else it will not stand up properly, especially with how heavy this effect is, which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, we have 3 effects here in total. We have this sort of sphere here. Now, me being me, I decided not to put the decal that it tells you to put on this. If I can split this apart, yeah. This sort of flat disc section here, yeah, you're supposed to put a sort of a water slide in this case onto that, and this bit sort of plugs into his chest doing one of his moves. I did not do that because I kind of want to reuse these for my figure arts Dragon Ball figures. But yeah, unfortunately, you do not get 8 of these sort of electric pieces. So you pretty much have to decide which effect you are putting those pieces on. For illustration purposes, I've got it on this one just to show, and of course I touch it and I destroy everything. But yeah, you get the sphere, which unfortunately, because it's been upscaled, the pegs for like the stands and everything are now slightly bigger than the 3mm standard. So yeah, you're not going to be able to put any of these effects, or indeed the God Gundam himself, onto a standard 3mm peg sort of stand, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, you do get that. You get this really nice sort of flaming effect. Again, looks really, really nice. The translucent orange they've used is really vibrant, catches the light really well. But yeah, you can obviously double this as the start of a beam attack for Dragon Ball, which I'll probably be doing. And finally, we have this sort of multi-punch sort of thing. These arms here are all movable, so you can put them into whichever pose you like. You can also just use one of them. They're all just on pegs on their own. But yeah, I thought this would be a really good effect for Jiren, because obviously he has these flaming sort of fist attacks that he uses. So yeah, really, really nice. I like it. Just the only problem, doesn't fit a 3mm peg. So you... Whoop, and I just accidentally fired that off into the distance. I'll have to find that later. That is my own stupid fault there. But yeah, really nice effect overall though. I do like it. So yeah, let's get all these effects out of the way and take a look at the kit itself. So, in terms of taking a look at the kit itself, apologies, you can see the edges of my review station here. That is unavoidable just with the sheer size of this kit. But yeah, hands, standard ball peg, they pop on really nicely, the satisfying pop, but they are not hard to take on and off by any means. Simple as that. And then just put the wings down. I won't be bothering putting the beam katanas back in their holsters because they will get in the way with articulation a little bit. So yeah. But in terms of how the kit looks itself, like, what is there to say? Like, the details on this kit are perfect. Nothing is soft. There are no soft, like, edges or anything like that. Every panel line, every detail on this kit is perfect. And the fact that it's upscaled a little bit brings out those details even more. Now, I will say, the decals, the water slide decals that you get with this kit are slightly different than what you would get with the official. At least as far as I can see. Like, yes, there are a few real grade stickers on here that I've used in place of, like, let's bring that down a little. Yeah, there are some real grade stickers on here that I have used just to add some extra detail in there, and because I didn't want to spend like 12 hours putting water slide decals on. But yeah, the water slide decals that we do get, yeah, they go in places that aren't on the official. Like, let's quickly bring in the Gao Gao one, right? Just for quick comparison's sake here. As not great as the Gao Gao one is, they did give us the exact, like, decals that we needed. So yeah, if you see on the shoulders, ignore the ones that's on the white, okay, on this bit, and these bits here. In fact, this isn't going to be a great comparison, is it? So yeah, these middle bits here, on the middle, yeah, those weren't present on the normal real grade God Gundam. We just have some squiggly lines here to put in. Not sure what one I prefer. I kind of like the fancy details that we got on the standard kit. But yeah, kind of strange. Obviously, I didn't use any of the water slides for the blue section here. But a couple of these stickers on the standard kit aren't present on the decal sheet anyway. Same with the feet. There are a lot of fancy, like, details on the feet, which again aren't present on the water slides. So yeah, the, like, Fat Cat seem to have taken some liberties with the decal sheet overall. It's a bit strange, but at the end of the day, it still looks decent. I did use the water slides on the hip skirts. Looks really nice. There is a little bit of metallic on there, which, yeah, it is present, but it's very foily on this one. I don't know which I prefer, to be honest. I think I actually kind of prefer the foil sticker to like this one. Yeah, I could be talking complete rubbish, to be completely honest with you. I built this one months ago, and I don't know if I went with the sticker sheet to do it. So, yeah, take everything I'm saying here with a pinch of salt. But anyway, getting that standard one out of the way, and taking a look at this guy again. One of the foil stickers that is missing is under the shoulders. If I can get my finger in here, let's say use the katana, shall we? There we go. So yeah, for his sort of energy multiplier thing, the sticker on this yellow piece here, yeah, not in the sheet again, which is quite strange. You do get a foil sheet for like the actual foil sections, but that wasn't included as part of it. So yeah, but overall, love the details. It's immaculate, honestly. In terms of panel lining, I did use the Steady water-based panel liner. This one here, link will be in the description if you wish to purchase that. Very, very good for bootleg kits, because bootleg kits don't tend to use polystyrene, they tend to use ABS, which can be eaten by like the standard panel liners that you get, the pour type ones, and even the Tamiya pots. So yeah, water-based ones completely gets rid of that risk. You don't have to worry, and it washes off very easily with a damp cotton bud dipped in water. So yeah, love it. I really, really love it. Obviously, I have been a bit lazy at the back. I haven't decaled any of that because where this guy is going, up on a shelf, actually above this review station, you won't be seeing the back. So yeah, I wasn't about to waste another hour of my life putting water slides on him. So yeah, the face is also immaculate. Like the foil stickers that come with this guy are really, really nice. They're really shiny. So yeah, love it. In terms of gimmicks, he has one more, which is this section here, and that bit pops up very, very nicely, especially compared to the Gao Gao one. And this effect here, 2 prongs. It took me a while to figure out like where the prong connectors were, but they are hidden in there, and that plugs in like so. Really, really nice. Works really, really well, and gives you a lot more options. We also have these opening hatches here, which, with how good the tolerances are on this upscaled model, it fits almost flush with the torso. So yeah, you have cannons hidden under there. Really, really nice. Come on. Pop back down. There we go. There is a hinge on the back to get that more out of the way as well. So yeah, really nice. Final gimmick is, of course, the sort of claw sections. They pull down, you split it all apart, bring these prongs up as well, and that is for his god finger or burning finger, whichever you want to call it. Very, very nice. And again, this hinge system used to be MS joint. It is no longer an MS joint. It's all built by you, and it works really, really nicely. I can't get over how well this thing's been like redesigned, essentially. Not there was a lot of MS joint on this to begin with, but yeah, overall, really, really good. Finally, we have the core lander, which is still a bit fiddly, even upscaled like this. The sort of hinge and pivot section up here is just a little bit more loose than the wings themselves, so you have to sort of hold it in position to get the final sort of look on it. But overall, works really, really well. There we go. Bring all those up like so. And yeah, that is it in its final sort of mode. I do kind of wish, even on the original, like that there was maybe some ratchets in this section here, because it's very, very frustrating trying to get it all aligned. But yeah, you can get there, and obviously there are some slots on the back to put the energy rings back on. Now, we will leave this off for now as we do articulation. In fact, let's move it more out of the way, like so, and bring this guy in. So yeah, being an upscale of the God Gundam, it has insane range with the added benefit of no more MS joints to make him loose. So he can look up really well. He can look down insanely well because there is a hinge in there. Swivel all around, and some pivot both at the bottom and at the top. Really, really nice. Arms can swivel all the way around. There is a butterfly joint right there. Arms can get that far across, which is insane. The shoulders can move in and out of the way if you so choose. Arms can go up that far. Bicep rotation right here. Double joint at the elbow. Gets almost the complete 180 right here. Really, really good. I keep bringing the camera up because I'm expecting this to be a smaller kit than it actually is. So yeah, you can do all of that. This also hinges up. We have forearm rotation right here and a ball peg at the wrist. Pretty simple. The abs are very, very good. Can hinge forward that much. They can hinge back even further because of an actual hinge at the waist. So you can go back that far. Swivel right there. Not much pivot side to side. It is just a standard peg. The hip skirts are very nicely designed. These side skirts can move out of the way easily. They are attached to the back skirts. So yeah, you can see right there. Mushroom peg, or just a ball peg, sorry, and I have just lost it. I swear, just butterfingers these days. Dropping everything. Come on, get back in there. I'm trying to be careful as well because there is a water slide decal on this bit. There we go. So, pop that bit there. He can indeed do the complete splits very easily. Right here. Front skirts get out of the way perfectly fine. So you can kick forward that far. This works really well actually. There is a sort of hinge mechanism in the crotch which automatically, not sure if it's supposed to automatically do it, but it automatically pulls down when you want to kick up. So you instantly get that added range without having to mess with it. You can get the legs back quite far because the back skirts do move out of the way. As I said before, there is a hinge system to bring the hips up and down. Thigh rotation, right there. Double jointed knees, which unfortunately we don't have the armor segmenting gimmick. but not sure why, actually. You do get a piece of the armour which gets out of the way for like thrusters, but it's not automatic. So yeah, kind of strange that is the case. I didn't actually realise the God Gundam didn't do that, but here you go. The feet have a hinge right there, which I did accidentally do right there. You have a hinge forward and backwards. It is a little bit finicky. You do have to get it in the way. The front and back of the feet are independent, which again a little bit finicky, but they can get really good range regardless of that. And we do have toe articulation as well. So yeah, overall, really nice. And again, this section does appear to have been slightly modified when compared to the original mould, because there's a darker grey in this sort of section right here, which isn't present on this version of the kit. So yeah, overall, insanely good kit, insanely posable, and the perfect sort of tolerances with all these bits. Not too loose, not too tight, and as I said before, everything went together just buttery smooth. I have absolutely zero complaints about this kit. And yeah, if I didn't collect pretty much solely 144 scale kits, I would definitely get more of these. We will see, because I just do not want to go down that rabbit hole. If I start collecting the 100 scale kits, I am absolutely going to run out of money and space. I will just say it right off the bat. So yeah, let's finish off by putting the wings back in. Satisfying click to put those together, and unlike the Gao Gao, which broke on me because of bad tolerances, absolutely no issues with this back piece. As I said before, these energy rings just pop right in to those slots back there. And just like that, he is fully ready to go. I've even just become back heavy because of all of that. So yeah, honestly, highly recommend getting this kit, especially if you're a 100 scale collector or a master grade scale collector. It's the size of a master grade with the intricate details of a real grade. It's the absolute best combination of the two. Like, I can't stress that enough. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think this is worth it? Let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Once again, massive shout out to Momo Toys whole household store. I keep meaning to say wholesale store because that's Treasure Toys. But yeah, link is in the description to purchase this guy. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later.